ni pedo. Hey, 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 hey.
Be just a second, guys. This is kind of a tedious process, if you ask me. There we go. Hello! How's everyone doing tonight? First things first, safety first. Alrighty, I think I'm ready to start on the yellow. I kind of decided last night that I will, until my rails come in, I will continue to use this square that I picked up from Harbor Freight. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I can't see. Yeah, I've got sound. So I'm going to continue to use this square. So I'm going to build up, and then I might tack it together and then move to the other side. Unless my rails come in. If my rails come in, I won't have to worry about that. But I'm going to start working across to about right here. Set this black to the side for now. Yeah. Save the more interesting piece for the face. Or at least more interesting in my opinion. Got my friendly glue stick. Oh, I almost forgot about my... Oh, hang on. Oh. The one thing I like about these, this headset that I've got, it's got a mute button, so if I have to cough or sneeze or yell at my children, if I remember it's there, I can mute it.
Daddy down there? Where's Daddy? Close it up. Now you can walk it better than Daddy, now can't you? Yeah, but it's a lot easier to walk it now, isn't it? That's better. Jeez, why do you guys have to make things so hard?
Alright. So right now we're making this upper part of the D here. We'll make the lower part in just a moment. Why don't you come up here? Can you come up this way?
There, I'll do it. Go. I don't trust you.
Thank you. Of all the things to forget, I forgot my chair.
You're too small.
AKA the kitchen step stool. Alrighty. So at least I can sit down a little bit. Oh, I gotta tilt this down though. Maybe not quite so much. There we go. Alright. Alright. Let's see. What am I gonna do? So I'm gonna set it like that, and I'm gonna break it across this way. Oh, that's fine, Spiky. Go get your coffee. I kind of wish I had some coffee. I'll take that, though. It's not coffee, but I'll take whatever Go Juice I can get my hands on at this point. Alrighty.
Danny, turn switch on. Okay. Okay. Danny's on, not me. I'm working.
Hand me your phone and I'll fix that.
Actually, I can't do that.
Alrighty. These are called ring star pliers, as you can hopefully see. You can't see. Yep. There we go. Don't know how well you can see that. Anyway, they're called ring star pliers. And I love them dearly. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this where you can see it. Maybe I should just swing this camera this way since I'm kind of working over here for a minute. There we go. That was nice. Definitely not as soft as the black, but in this case, that's a good thing. That black's almost scary soft. It's still soft enough. Those longer runs usually do take a little more work than the short ones. Alrighty, now all we got to do is figure out. Oh, we're a little behind on the stream, but that's okay. I'm gonna go turn on the saw or the grinder. Loud noise warning. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Let's see how it fits. Not bad. Not bad at all. Of course, you'll be able to see it better once you get the paper off. Agua, por favor, for the glass. Then give me some tap water. Yeah, just anything big enough for me to fit my hand in. Unfortunately, glue stick dries pretty quickly, which reminds me to put the cap on the thing. That's both good and bad. 1 second. Yeah, that's fine. And a dunk. Thank you. See, guys, if I would forget my head if it weren't attached sometimes. Oh, I need my napkin pile from yesterday. I have no idea where it went. Yeah, just right here. That way I can use them as I need them. This way? No, definitely the other way. Gotta wait for my camera to catch up. It fits okay. I've done better, but it is what it is. I might just, loud noise, 1 second, just do a touch up. That's better. That looks better. Much, much better. Oh, where did I set? There it is. The foil. I wonder. There's probably not room enough, but I'm going to try this anyway. Oop. The feet came off. Yeah, that's better. Not exactly the best, but it's better. At least saves my back a little bit. Oh, IP failure. Hang on, I'll fix the camera. Huh. What's going on here? I just need to refresh it. Silly thing. There we go. Don't know why that was doing that. It was actually working on the phone. It just stopped in OBS. Let me see if I can get you guys a better view from this side, since we're working over here today. Yeah, I decided to work with the yellow because my rails haven't come in. So really all I've got to work with that's truly straight is this square I got from Harbor Freight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably build up the words a little bit and then just kind of tack them in place, which is not the preferred method, but you know, we won't get that far tonight. If my rails show up, then I won't have to solder until the very end, which would be preferred, because I will forget where I have used the flux, or not used the flux. I'd prefer to flux it all at one time. But for now, I'm gonna work up this row. That'll get me tonight, and then hopefully my rails will show up. If not, I'll tack it with some solder, and we will take care of that when the time comes. I decided to change the camera angle too, so that you guys can get a better view of this corner. Since I've got this, since I'm using my phone and it and the camera stand I'm using is fairly mobile, makes it easy to make quick and dirty changes like that. Yeah, it's not really a saw, Spiky Bonbon. Sorry, I missed your comment earlier. It's just a grinder. I know I said saw. I wish I had a glass saw. That would make some of the things I want to do so much easier. It's just a grinder. But it's still loud. Glass grinders and glass saws are actually... no? I'm good on OBS. The stream might be a little behind where I'm actually at. My stepson's helping me monitor from his account, because especially when I've got my back turned working with the grinder, it's hard to know if the stupid camera crashed or not. Figuring out these angles so that the camera can see is kind of weird. Anyway, this isn't really exciting. I'm just trying to get the foil formed to the glass.
Did you lock it?
No.
Lock it while we're eating. And Dad's cut the back of it. Over here again.
Oh, wrong way. At least it's immediately obvious when I've got it in the wrong direction. That's a pretty good fit. You guys see that okay? I'll tilt it up so you can see it really well. Alright, let's make another one.
Yours is on the table. Yours is on the table.
Mine has cheese.
Yes, yours has cheese.
The way this light is, I'm having a hard time seeing where my seam's supposed to be.
Well, we have to do dishes tomorrow.
Tomorrow day or tomorrow night.
Huh?
Tomorrow day or tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
That should be good.
Tomorrow day.
Just tomorrow.
Oh, I got it right at the edge of the paper, too. You can't really see that. Yeah, OBS is probably plotting against us. It's okay. I think the stream buffer just got behind a bit. Which is weird. I didn't have an issue last night. Hang on. Okay. Just confirmed that the buffer is like 5 minutes behind where I'm actually at. I guess part of why this, well, it's still a hobby for me, but why it's relaxing for me, this is like going back to primary school. I'm just cutting out shapes, following the lines. Same thing when I draw. I have absolutely no talent when it comes to drawing. None. And I'll have to do a wider piece. I'm gonna have to stand up for this one. I'll stand up for this one and see if I can cut a straighter path. Alrighty. Don't know how well we can see, but anyway. old trick I was using there. I don't have any rails, but I do have some relatively straight glass.
What's the difference between a saw and a grinder?
A saw
On
has
the chat.
a saw. When I turn around, actually, I'll use the camera here. See if I can. So a saw has a up and down piece of. It's kind of like wire. It's a little sturdier than wire, but it's kind of like a bandsaw if you've ever seen a bandsaw. And a grinder is kind of like a sander. I'll show you just a second. So see, there's my grinder, and it has a grinding wheel, and it just turns, and you rub the glass up against it, and it grinds the outer surface away. So a saw can actually cut into some glass. It can make a little path, whereas a grinder just wears away the very outer surface, so you can match your pattern. So you can do a lot of things with a saw you can't with a grinder, if that makes any sense. Okay, no problem. See you in a minute, Spiky.
Put it on the counter.
Spiky's a lady. She's Tessa's sister. You said him.
Sorry.
She's a her, as far as I know. She's Tessa's sister, I think, if I remember correctly.
What's what?
Mm. Ooh. Ta! Of course. Well, at least I've got big pieces. Really? It broke stupidly. Really stupidly. So I'm going to have to redo that. That'll work for another piece, I'm sure, but I have to redo the pattern. Yep. Putts. And things like that happen.
Grab one right now. Grab you one too. Me three. Grab one. Grab one up, John.
What you say?
Go and help John. Mom needs a soda, John needs a soda, and I need one.
Alright.
So, you're taking one for right now. And you can have that one tomorrow. You're taking one for right now, so you can have that one.
Alrighty.
You have the other one tomorrow. Okay?
We don't see me, Mom. I have it.
I only need one. I'm not right, but
Go.
it's two.
There we go. Try this again.
I want you good.
Hmm.
I want you good.
You can look.
Wow. But you're missing. Did I fit that tiny little part?
No, leave it be. It's there for a reason, Harold.
You're going to try again?
Ah. And I'm dropping things. Yep. I wonder how long it's been like that. Come on.
I'm going to take those.
There we go.
You're pretty. Time me a house. Andy,
Harold, can you leave it alone, please? Those are not things to play with.
I told me to because we too much and ate too much.
If we go at this piece at a different angle, I can still use it.
Hey, I need that.
That one's not quite tall enough, so
Stop.
we have a winner.
Boys!
Children.
You do not start fighting in the middle of the damn hallway. Go.
Ah! Very good. You missed a camera failure. Not much else. I think you might have missed this weird break that I had. This is a good case for the Grosser. These are called Grosser or Grosser pliers. So far, so good. The idea is to cut as close as possible so you minimize the wear and tear on your grinder and things. Yes, it is coming along. Nice to have you. Happy Extruder. Loud noise warning, headphone users beware. Oh, I forgot to move the camera too. Sorry about that. There we go. Alright, now we get to check the fit. Oop. Ah.
The extruder wants to know if that's the grinder set at low speed.
Yes, I have to use the grinder for every piece, Spiky, to make sure it fits right. And the glass grinders only have one speed, Happy Extruder. They're either on or off. At least all the ones I've used.
That's not bad. The lag is only about a bit right now.
There we go. Sorry, I was having to mess with the camera. That's a pretty decent fit. I'm going to take a little off of this bottom corner here. So hopefully I can get it to kind of suck up a little bit. Loud noise. We have a little burr right there. Gotta touch up. I keep stepping on my cord. These are normally wireless. However, my computer unexpectedly lost power yesterday, and therefore I left them on and plugged in because sometimes I have connection. I have a little bit of an issue getting them to connect wirelessly. Still just a tiny bit. Right there. Loud noise. There we go. That fits a lot more like I think it should. Now for the water. Huh? I'm good over here.
Because I'm not getting anything.
Refresh on your phone. Just so you know, there's a little water thing right off camera. Yeah, that looks alright. It's not perfect, but then again, probably never will be. Especially in this hobby, there is plenty of close enough. And again, for anybody who might be just joining us or is questioning why I have 3DP tagged, it is because once this is done, I will be printing a custom 3D printed frame for this of my own design. I did stream it. If anybody wants, they're welcome to go through my channel and watch my old videos. When I'm not at home, I'm going to be doing vodcasts so people can catch up. Oop, I gotta move. I'll do this real carefully. I can get under here. There we go. Well, you know, when I did this in high school, I averaged about 1 piece an hour. I did a heck of a lot better than that last night. We got 7 pieces and 8 pieces, and the stream was, what, 3 hours? Ish. A little over 2. It was like 2 3/4 or 2.5 or something like that. But I got 8 pieces done, so it kind of depends on the complexity of the cut and the grind that I'm trying to achieve, how big the piece is, and how easy the glass that I'm trying to manipulate is to work with. So there's a lot of variables. No straightforward answer. But, like I said, my average in high school, if you averaged everything all out, was about a piece an hour, maybe a piece and a half. I might average better than that with this. I might average 2 or 3 pieces an hour. I just won't know until I get up into the more complicated features in the face. Hope that answers your question. I know it wasn't much of an answer, but it's probably the best answer I can give you. Well, I was talking about actual time working on it. I do have a full-time job, and unless I can figure out a really swift way of taking this with me, which I don't think I'm going to do, I can only do this when I'm home. So it's going to take that much longer in actual time. Yeah, and for anybody that doesn't know, I am a relief consumer safety inspector for the USDA by day, and being a relief means they can send me anywhere within the Dallas Circuit, which incorporates the states of Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. So in theory, I could be sent anywhere at any time. I just so happen to be covering some of the plants near my home this week. I'm going to have to refoil that U. I don't like the lack of coverage on this side. Stupid thing. There we go. How's that look? Looks pretty good if you ask me. Excuse me. Oh. Alright. Now the next piece is actually a black piece. My poor old paper. See if I can find something that'll work here. I'm gonna get some push pins in here too. Yeah, that's true. I suppose. It's definitely not a quick hobby. It's slow even by 3D printing big solid models standards. What?
Tablet's even dead.
Really?
My phone died, my tablet's dead.
Well, you can plug your phone in. You're sitting right there.
But I was going to play my games on my tablet, but my tablet's dead. know where my shoes are.
Come on. Sometimes the worst part about this is getting the stupid paper to go where you want it to. Alright. I've got a much bigger gap right there than I wanted, but it is what it is. Alrighty. My pencil. I'm actually going to go up here because I want to keep this roughly the same. Oops.
What do you want, though?
Alrighty. This piece right here is a piece where it would be really super beneficial to have a saw in addition to my grinder. Because as long as I was careful with it, I could just whip it right out on the grinder and not have very much waste. As it is, most of these U-shapes, I'm just going to have to work with it on the grinder. You can do a small amount of curvature, especially with using my green ring star pliers, but you can't do stuff like this. It just will not work. Alrighty. That piece is not wide enough.
I can't wrap it in my ear.
Yes, Harold. The
It's still
reason why I'm
funny.
laughing is because she bit my ear last night.
Did you ask her if it was tasty?
No, I didn't have to let you.
No.
She likes you just fine.
Honey,
It was a love bite.
Harold, it was just a love bite. Remember how she bites and nibbles on your fingers? That's all she was doing. Nibbling on your ear.
Oh, that lick one nipple.
Was she licking you
For,
before she bit you? Was she licking your ear?
anyone who didn't meet the bunny last night, she has been liking to give love bites when you hold her up next to your ear.
No, hood that come up to my ear.
Apparently she,
Sonic.
Harold, James, I'm on stream. Can you please be quiet?
Go back to rest.
But apparently the rabbit has developed a liking to people's ears. She likes ears. Does that make her irritable, I wonder? Ha ha ha. But oops, I'll be here all night. And my viewers are going, we hope not. Come on. So there's the piece that I need.
Okay, toothbrush.
I already reset it.
Yeah, we still have that line, so. Spiky Bonbon wants to know, how do you auto-host?
Okay. So from your settings, actually, you know what? At the end of stream, if you want to stick around, I'll show you. I'll cut stream early, just a little early, and I'll show my desktop and I'll show you how to do it. It's actually really simple, but you got to go into your settings and it's in the streams and videos tab, I believe. I'll show you. I learned kinetically, so sometimes it's hard for me to tell people how to do things. I learned by doing. But I will make sure to do that, and fortunately my wife is right here to make sure that I follow through. Well, that was beautiful. Didn't get any better than that, folks. And these curves are so extreme, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to kind of cut straight across. And again, I'm sorry about the lag. I don't know why the lag is so bad tonight. It was not this bad last night.
Okay, Happy Extruder says, hey, can't wait for the final completed versions. Have a great stream and take care.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Happy Extruder. You're welcome here anytime. Hope you visit me again sometime.
Spiky Bonbon says, love Bite Bunny.
Love the Bite Bunny. That is good stuff. I thought it was quite hilarious myself. Alrighty. Loud noise. Just a second. There we go. that looks pretty good. Let's go see how it fits. I'm just going to leave it running this time.
Okay. Spiky Bonbon says, don't worry about cutting your stream early. I had like 5 hours to lounge around today.
Okay.
And Happy Extruder says, thanks for having me. Will do, sir.
Cool. I look forward to seeing you again, sir. And if we make it to Murph, maybe I'll get to see you there. We do have confirmed tickets to Murph, the Midwest Rep Festival in Goshen, Indiana. But we don't know yet whether I'm going to get the time off. Yes, Harold. Now, that's not half bad if I do say so myself.
Hi, Milky. Away.
Harold, don't touch anything down here. I don't want you cutting yourself. You can look, just don't touch. Remember, look with your eyes, not with your fingers. You don't have eyeballs on your fingers, do you?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. We can turn the grinder off. I'm going to get my chair back down here. Ah, there we go. So much better.
Oh, that looks nice.
I'm going to take these off for a second. I'm all hot and sweaty.
And I can get up and get the fan.
Don't worry about it. I'm not that hot. It's just hot enough my safety goggles are steaming up. And this part, I really don't need them on. I was just leaving them on for the convenience of it. Now, if you're wondering if I was concerned about this breaking while I was grinding it, I was. But if it broke in two, all I would do is just foil the two pieces as is and move on. Towards the end, I was being very, very gentle with this part of the curve. It's very thin right there. It could have easily broken. Thankfully, it didn't, and I have a really cool looking piece.
Yes, it is.
But if it had broken, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. Yeah, why don't you watch the show from Mommy's phone? I mean, you can stay up here if you want, but...
Spiky says
Bye.
good luck.
Bye.
Spiky Bonbon is the lady who's going to be doing my logo avatar thing. She also happens to be